Beloved, several of you in the comments are really getting my goat, and I've had a belly full of your complaining about the cost of USA-made kit. In particular, the man portable bag that Evan has designed and made available 100% sewn and made in the USA by Combat Art Training. Sorry, I had to write that down, no disrespect. This bag is selling for $400. There's nothing else like it. It's a bespoke bag made intentionally for a specific use, for a man portable high power radio kit. It is excellent. It's very insightful. It's a brilliant design. It is everything you need and nothing more, of the highest quality. And it costs $400. Oh, the whining and the complaining. Oh my gosh. Anytime, I'll tell you what, I have tried to offer, when we're doing merch, I have rejected doing merch because I'm not going to sell Chinese junk. I would rather eat beans and rice than to get rich and sell you a bunch of garbage. And so all I hear in the comments is it American made? Well, then I don't want it. Is it American made? Okay, we make it American made, and then you bellyache and you whine and you cry, and then you call me a grifter and you talk about how we're ripping everyone off. Let me break it down for you. This bag that's 100% USA made takes one man an entire day to build, a whole day. And that man had to apprentice and learn his skill. Can you sew this? Can you make this bag? Because I can't. It took me half a day just to hem my pants, and I know a whole lot more than you do. So don't tell me you can make this for less, because you're not going to. The best components, the best zippers, all padded, everything designed specifically for a task, and it takes a guy 8 hours to make this. Let's see, let's say that you're in those shoes. Let's say that you have to apprentice and learn your trade. Let's say that you have to rent a facility or buy sewing machines. How much material? I mean, there's got to be close to, I don't know, but there's a significant amount of material in this. And then 8 hours of labor. And now you live in a government that is or a country that has so many regulations you have to have. Business licenses, you have to have insurance, you have to pay employment taxes, on and on and on. The fact that this could be made and sold for $400 after all of that is beyond fair. It's beyond fair. You can't find anything else like it. And I'm not just talking about this. This is what it costs, gentlemen, to have USA-made products. If you were in the shoes of the guy making this and selling this, would you work for less than $300 a day? And he's not making $300. He's probably making half of that. Let's say he makes $150 a day. It's hard work. It's special skill. It's skill that you and I don't have. And you get on here and you cry and you bellyache when we make something like this available to you. If you don't want it, that's fine. It's not for everyone. This is a very niche product. But don't come on here every time we try to feature something that we do the best we can. We try to source USA components, which is getting harder and harder to do. It takes the incentive away from me to make these things available to you. It defies belief. I was reading in the good book the story of Moses, and Moses had to deal with those whining, complaining people for who knows how long in the desert of Sinai. It gives me sympathy. I understand. I guess this is my cross to bear. I have to suffer fools in the comment section, and people say, well, just don't read them. I'm not going to do that. I read the comments because I take them to heart. The comments tell me the health of the channel. They tell me what you want to see, what you like, what you don't like. Of course I'm going to read the comments. And I'm not a robot. I'm a flesh and blood man. I have a heart that bleeds. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I take these things serious. And when people call me a grifter or saying something like we're trying to rip someone off, I'm not making hardly anything from this. I'm doing this to help out some friends and to make something available to you that you've asked for. You've become so fat and lazy and so entitled with cheap Chinese overseas-made product, and just because you see two bags that are camouflaged and you think they're the same, they are not. They are not. So if you don't like it, if you think it's too much, you think it's too expensive, that's fine. It's not for you. But we're doing our best over here. working with good companies like SOE and Combat Act Training, and all of our antennas for our radios are being, handmade at the best they could possibly be made, and dudes are working hard and just getting by and just making a living. No one's getting rich off of this. And you whine and complain about how you want USA made, and yet when we make it available, oh, you grifter, you're ripping us off. You have got to get some perspective. It costs money to make things right. It costs money to make things in the USA. And that's just something that's just the way that it is. So if you want to go, let your conscience be your guide. If you want to go buy cheap clothing and have all sorts of stuff that's made by children and slaves somewhere in the East, you'll give an account for that. You'll give an account for that because you know what you're doing. So I'm not saying you should go out and just blow all your money on fancy gear and stuff. I'm just saying that understand what it takes to bring this to you and understand what we're trying to do, and just stop with the negativity. And if you don't like it, don't buy it, but leave the rest of us alone. Some of us value quality, and we value where things come from, and it's important to us that a worker gets paid a living wage so he can support his family and take care of his children. And that's all that we're doing here. Evan and his family traveling all over the country, doing teaching people and helping people and giving of himself and his poor family. They're homeschooling on the road with 3 little kids, and to come on here and to call him a grifter, or to call him to say he's not giving you a fair price and a fair product is absolutely wrong. And anyone who says that is a fool and no friend of mine, and certainly not pro-ho. Pray for me, beloved.